Houthi rebels, the Iran-backed proxy, launched a long-range missile into central Israel, for the first time targeting Jaffa near Tel Aviv. This is the longest-range missile to ever hit Israel. Take a look at some of those damaged shots on your screens as well. And the missile, reportedly hypersonic, was not intercepted by Israel's defense system, which, by the way, they have 3 layers of, and exploded mid-air, scattering debris. Fragments fell near a rail station and started a fire close to the Ben Gurion Airport. No casualties were reported, though 9 people were injured moving to various shelters. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed to impose a heavy price on the Iran-aligned Houthis in Yemen for the attack, marking the longest-range missile to hit Israel. 2,040 kilometers traveled and covered within a time span of 11.5 minutes.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said his country would inflict a heavy price on the Iran-aligned Houthis after they reached central Israel with a missile on Sunday for the first time. Smoke billowed and a fire was seen in this open field near Kfar Daniel. Air raid sirens sounded in Tel Aviv and across central Israel just after 6:30 a.m. local time, sending residents running for shelter. No injuries were reported. After initially saying the missile had fallen in an open area, Israel's military later said it had probably fragmented in the air and that pieces of interceptors had landed in the fields and near a railway station. At a weekly cabinet meeting, Netanyahu said the Houthis should have known that Israel would exact a heavy price for any attack on the country. Whoever needs a reminder of that is invited to visit the Hodeidah port, Netanyahu said, referring to a deadly Israeli airstrike against Yemen in July in retaliation for a Houthi drone that hit Tel Aviv. Houthi military spokesman Yahya Saraya said the group struck with a new hypersonic ballistic missile on Sunday that traveled nearly 1,300 miles in just 11.5 minutes. Saraya said Israel should expect more strikes in the future, quote, as we approach the first anniversary of the October 7th operation, referring to when Hamas militants launched a bloody attack in southern Israel that triggered the latest conflict in Gaza. Since the Gaza war began, the Houthis have fired missiles and drones at Israel repeatedly in what they say is solidarity with the Palestinians. But previous Houthi missiles have not penetrated as deep into Israeli airspace as this time.
We're from the West Asia sector, shifting our focus to the Russia-Ukraine war, where a missile attack near the Black Sea port city of Odessa has resulted in the tragic deaths of a married couple and injuries to a 65-year-old woman. Now, the strike, which occurred in the suburbs of Chornomorsk, involved 2 Iskander-M ballistic missiles and 1 Kh-59 guided air missile. Ukrainian officials report the use of a prohibited cluster warhead in this attack. The regional governor, Oleg Kipa, confirmed that the casualties were found during checks of residential and commercial buildings damaged earlier in the day. Eyewitness accounts describe the destruction, with heavily damaged homes, vehicles and debris scattered across the area. Ukraine's Air Force managed to intercept the Kh-59 missile, but the fate of the Iskander missiles remains unclear. The attack undergoes the ongoing conflict and its toll on the civilian areas and highlights the urgent need for international attention and intervention.